And welcome back. Well, prom season is just around the corner, and oftentimes parents think if they keep their teens home while serving alcohol that they'll be safe.
Ronna Corliss is here from a nonprofit organization called Elevate to tell us why that's a bad idea on a whole lot of different levels. Welcome to the Morning Blend.
Thank you.
I think the idea is appealing to a lot of parents, like Tiff said, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But first, let's talk about Elevate and the work that your agency does.
Okay. Elevate is an agency that provides prevention, intervention with access to treatment in Washington County as well as Waukesha County now. The primary focus of Elevate was in prevention. I have to admit, I'm a prevention freak. The prevention main focus is the programming that they provide in the schools, which is basically a research-based curriculum called Too Good for Drugs. It focuses on refusal skills, resiliency skills, looks at peer pressure, just a variety of things. And then at the high school level, we offer a program called Peers for Peers. It focuses on peer mentoring, peer engagement, peer modeling, those types of things, as well as SBIRT, which is Screening for Brief Intervention Referral to Treatment. And that it works more as a screening tool as early indicators as kids that might be using.
Okay. So it's crazy. You've got all these different things and they go all the way up to adulthood as well. Real quick before we move on, I just want to know what would be one way to say to a child to teach them how to resist drugs or alcohol? Is there something that you could say to a child just, you know, in terms of not partaking? Well,
as a mother or as a parent with kids all in their 20s now, theoretically grown, one of my son's favorite lines was, you know, blame your mom. My mom drug tests me. She'll know for sure. You know, she'll kill me. She'll take away my car. I won't have a chance.
Yep.
Yeah. I always tell my kids, blame it on your parents. If you're in a difficult situation, it's totally fine to blame it on us. You know, like my parents won't let me do this. They're so not cool or whatever it is.
They're going to find out. They'll know because they test or whatever. So in terms of prevention, the things that you guys offer, there's again, this parents who host lose the most. Why do you think that's important?
Well, we're in the midst of a heroin epidemic. Possibly the worst epidemic of its kind in the United States. I guess, you know, starting with, you know, I don't want to take away from it. I think we need to provide services to people who are struggling with addictions, whether it be heroin, opiates, etc. But at some point we need to turn that tide of the epidemic and focus more on prevention.
Yes.
I believe prevention works. There's research to back it up. For instance, we actually have local research that shows if we can delay the first use of alcohol, marijuana, prescription drugs in our youth, they are less likely to be addicted as adults.
Yeah, amazing. I've heard even a year or a couple years makes a huge difference.
It's huge, yes.
What do you want parents to understand as part of the campaign, the parents who host lose the most? Why is that so important? What do you want parents to know about this campaign? How do we lose when we host a party and allow alcohol?
Okay. Well, first of all, Parents Who Host Lose the Most campaign, Don't Be a Party to Teenage Drinking, focuses on strategies for parents and for the community. And one of the things that I really like about it is it actually engages the entire community. First, by bringing awareness to the topic, bringing awareness to why we might not think it's a good idea to serve alcohol at a party. And two, it educates parents to let them know of the real ramifications behind serving alcohol at a party. Whether it's legal, whether it's health and safety, there's a variety of reasons.
Right, because first and foremost, it is illegal.
Exactly.
You know? And kids can not only, you know, because parents think they're providing this safe place, but kids binge drink. And there's a fine. So you have in your information too, if you provide alcohol to a teen that is not your own child, you could be jailed for 6 months and get a fine that's $10,000 or be sued for even more money. So part of this program, you have parents, you encourage parents to talk to other parents and say, hey, there will not be alcohol served here. Make sure that the values are aligned with whichever house or party your child is going to.
Yeah, I think there is nothing wrong with getting to know your neighbors, getting to know whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, his parents, her parents, you know, make sure that that's a shared value between the homes. You know, because not only, you know, when I was growing up, it was, you know, just take the keys and they'll go out in the cornfield or, you know, whatever. You guys know what that was like. But the reality of it is now is even when they're in your basement enjoying drinks, that's where binge drinking starts. And there's alcohol poisoning. You know, these are kids that are very young. Their brains are still developing.
Until age 25.
Exactly, in some cases.
Yeah, yeah. How can people support this initiative? What can parents do? And I think you're giving us some examples. You know, talk to other parents, refuse to host parties like this.
If you go to our website, elevateu.org, there's a list of tips where if you are going to be in a situation where you are going to be hosting parties, you know, really think about not serving alcohol. You know, and then there's also tips on there on how to engage that or start that first conversation with your child about some of the risks around drinking and why it might not be the best choice for them at this stage.
It's great information for parents and teens alike. So it's elevateu.org. The phone number, the yard sign 262-677-2216. Again, that campaign is Parents Who Host Lose the Most.
And
Thanks
you can
so
get a yard sign, right, by calling or going to the website.
Right, you can go to the website.
It's great.
You can call the phone number. I'm listed on I think everywhere you look. Contact me. You can get involved in coalitions in your area, whether it's Waukesha or Washington County. If you'd like a yard sign, be happy to share that with you as well.
Right.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much
being
for
here.
joining us. We
Thanks for having
appreciate
me.
it. Yeah.